Oh guys, what's up? What's good? This popular song, Rain, Rain, Go Away, Come Again, Another Day. Little children want to play. You can't rain outside Lagos. Lagos is actually one of the coldest places ever you can find. Rain came heavily, and a whole lot of us are actually cold. And this is that perfect time you need to have like that person that you actually need to go home and cook for you and make you hot tea. I don't know what you guys were thinking what I was going to say, but that's all on you, anyways. It's your boy Daki spelled Darkieee. I'm so happy to be in your faces again. Amazing people. I really love you guys like so much. Now, this is me welcoming you guys to Go to Life News, where I bring you updates concerning music, and that is across the country. Straight up today, we'll begin with this man. Obviously, if you don't know his name at this point, trust me, you need to go back to your Wikipedia to know what this guy name is. This is no other person than VICTONY. I was at the point where he came out to the Outlaw Deluxe track list, which we know there's about 9 tracks, but at the moment we have three that he has promised. Everything Soweto remix and then Chop and Slide remix. You saw where he came through with that with Don Toliver and the Rema. They came through the remix. Amazing remix. Trust me, they both came correct on that one. I saw where he came out to say, shout out to Olamide, one of the few believing in the kids. The world will catch up. I would have done you proud then. Real OG. And Olamide replied saying, um, um, FLO, I love you, I love you. It's the amazing one. Alhamdulillah is that person that has his imprint in almost every young artist coming up at this moment. So Alhamdulillah is building a kingdom for himself, and trust me, he's the only standing king in that kingdom. We saw where VICTONY came out for an interview, and then he spoke about a whole lot aside from the accident. His dad was not even aware he was going for a shoot. He was going for like a location, all of that. And they were in the car. They were four in the vehicle at the time, two in front, and then him and his friend in the back. And he said the thing he knew was the fact that he woke up and then he saw his dad. Like it was so fast. He woke up and then they told him that he had slept for like 3 to 4 days. I was like, wow, 3 to 4 days out. And then it's quite that he couldn't move his legs and all of that. And it's a very sad one. But then we're so happy the fact that VICTONY is alive today to tell the story, really big one. And then that's a big way of saying thank you, Jesus, for that. What we saw where he came out to say, talking about the trending song, Soweto. So they recorded Soweto and Rosemary the same day. It just shows how much of an hard worker VICTONY is. I was where he came out to also say, he spoke about this Davido thing. He said, he's not one of the luckiest person on earth. Trust me, one of the most luckiest person on earth. He said he met Davido, met WIZKID, met Burna Boy the same night, and then it was how it happened. He said it was a Buju Benson show, and then he was going to go for Buju Benson show, and before then it was with Davido in the studio, and then they actually linked up and all of that and exchanged presentry and all of that. So when he left Davido for Benson's show, he quickly said he should have a stopover at a hotel. Then when he got to a hotel, he saw WIZKID in a hotel, and I was like, "Whoops!" One night, and I was like, "Oh wow, yeah." WIZKID came. They had like they exchanged presentry and all of that, and it was like, "Wow!" Like to him, that was like the fulfilled night. And then he went for Benson's show, and then he was going to perform, and then he saw Burna Boy smiling at him, and he was like, "Do you know me?" Like the Burna Boy know me, and then Burna Boy signal they call him, they sent for him and all of that, and it was like, wow. The Burna Boy eat him up, and then they sent for him, and it was like he met these three greats, these three goats, same day, same night, just space of few hours. He met Davido, he met WIZKID, he met Burna Boy, and so it was at that point he knew like, wow, it was a big deal because um he has done now with Mayoko and Holy Father, and then he was like, okay. He said it was still like it was not really the big boys then. It was just more like the guy doing the thing, and it was that point he knew that wow, people really know him, and big one for him ever since that point. And moving on, we saw where one of the performances he did, he was actually singing, and then there was more like an automated voice that he came out to ask questions. A voice that actually hinted that VICTONY is set to release Soweto remix, the one that had Omali, and for some persons that was the only Soweto they wanted to listen to, the one that had Omali on it. And then he has said through the automated voice that trust us, that one will be released very soon. For VICTONY, it's just an embodiment of grace and all of that, because we've seen the good part of it when he came, the accident, interest to get back to himself, all of that, and obviously even still recuperating, still giving us its bangers and its jam. Amazing one for VICTONY, and then we all are so happy for him. Trust us, we have Fireboy as the next guy on the news. So where he actually just concluded the tour, the Playboy Tour 2023, which began on the 16th day of March. Switzerland, Paris, Netherlands, Denmark, Poland, and obviously more dates we announced. He actually visited like a whole lot of places, a big one for Fireboy at the time. We saw where he was in Cologne. From Cologne, it was an Hamburg, Berlin, was at Cologne, it was at like it was almost like you think of those places you think anybody would be. He was there. Like, it was in UK. It was just everywhere to make sure that his sound is making sense in your city. I saw where the one he had this Asake Bandana with over 68.2 million streams. Bandana becomes the most streamed song in the history of Audio Mark. Amazing one for him with over 68.2 million streams. It became the most streamed song in the history of Audio Mark. I'm trying to see how that song sounds. They never see me coming. Everybody coming. That boy, Niger boy, we know the amazing one. But that was one jam that you don't just get out of listening to it because it has the element of it has replay value, has elements of the song that has tendencies to be a big one for him at the time. Moving on, we saw talking about Bandana surpassed 130 million streams on Boomplay. Still on that one. I saw Fireboy has total a career number of 800 million total career streams on Spotify. Let me remind you that that's 800 million. It's not 80 million. It's not 8 million. It's 800 million. Big one for him. That's about 200 million shy of 1 billion. Trust us. This guy with the speed he's taking is really going to get that one. I'm moving on. We saw Bandana alone crossing 400 million plus on all across all platforms. So Bandana has surpassed 400 million plus in terms of streams, and that's across all platforms. I'm talking about YouTube. Bandana video has crossed 70 million views on YouTube within 7 months. Directed by obviously TJ Omori, produced by P Prime. Amazing one for him. Crossing 70 million views in 7 months is a whole big one. Talking about Asake and Fireboy. You know, it's a complete duo from the YBNL team, joined with the Empire thingy, and they have done themselves a whole lot of good credit for themselves because trust us, these numbers don't come. You don't just pick them on the roadside. It comes with dedication, consistency, and trust me, hard work. And Loj has come out to spill a whole lot. Loj said, as sweet as it can be, all of that, it was served breakfast. All of that news you get about them shortly. We saw where he dropped his project, Gangster Romance, and at the time he did that, it was already trending. I think for some reasons, the album was just top-notch album. Number one in Nigeria, number one in Liberia, number one in Sierra Leone, number one in Rwanda, number one in Uganda, and picked up number 2 in Ghana, number 7 in Cameroon, and obviously number 5 in Tanzania. I think Davido is that guy that knows exactly when it comes to charts, he knows how to dominate all countries and down. But then for Loj, it was an amazing, decent effort for me. We saw what the track looked like. Yahweh, Leader, Motto, Canada, IYD, Available, and Over. Amazing one for Loj. On that one, he called it Gangster Romantic, and then you want to ask yourself questions like, where is that from? Where do you get Gangster Romantic from? But then it's him, and I'm sure he knows exactly what he was doing at the time he did that. I saw an interview he actually granted Cool FM where he said being an independent artist can be tasking, but then according to him, he said if you know what you are doing, being independent, like not because you are stubborn, not because you have issues, not because you have character issues, because you want to be independent because you know what you want. He said that way you can actually have like an headway, but then what we see now is fact there are some persons who are stubborn, who they fight their label boss, had one issue and all of that, and they maybe not really working out for them as they expected it to be. But then he's saying there's a whole lot of credit when you do it the right way. And then he's saying at the moment, just he and Buju Benson and the other person he thinks are independent and they are doing fine at the moment. Trust us, you really can argue with that because Benson is amazing, doing good for himself, and Loj is also doing good for himself. So this interview where he came out to say heard a whole lot from the interview, and but one of the striking stuff he said was when he said he has been served breakfast many times. And you know, for some person, you want to ask yourself like, you're rich, you're a celebrity, so who want to serve you breakfast? Trust us, these girls don't respect your status or who you are. If they want to serve you, they'll serve it to you hot and so ready. And he's saying for him, he has been served breakfast so many times. And you know, Loj has this kind of calm personality where you want to say there's no reason to hate him, but for some reasons, he have said some of the girls he was being with, they served him breakfast a couple of times and all of that. And he's coming out to say it publicly is a whole different, there's a whole different vibe to this and everything. But for Loj, big one to him. Gangster Romantic is still doing amazing work in terms of numbers. Davido has dropped, Adekunle has dropped. A lot of, like, a couple of Americans have dropped projects. But some way, somehow, you want to still find a little J in the conversation. Big win to him and his team for making a timeless project. Trust us on that one. So the whole big deal, guys. We've come to the end of this one, and we'll come to catch you guys on the very next one. Stay safe, guys, and always remember you have to be very, very careful.